Hello, guys. It's me, Muhammad Ali, here, coming live inside the different groups. With me today is Mark Helton, who's the founder of Hot Prospector. We're going through a series of training, a series that we started a few weeks back. I mean, 2 weeks back. So we're still, going through the different features of the platform. As you join us today, we're going to give you guys the chance to ask as many questions as possible regarding the deal, regarding the product itself. But based on the discussion I had with Mark right now, I think we have covered almost everything in the platform. If you go back to all the training from before, you should be able to see that. So we're going to give you a chance to ask as many questions as possible. And I'm actually want to go more for if you have any questions regarding the tool, any issues, anything, then Mark is here. So we're gonna do that. In the meantime, if there is anything that you feel like hasn't been covered, please let us know so we can go through it. Okay. I think we can keep this very short.
Did you close your deal? Did you close a deal on something? Because I started getting messages from people.
Oh no, we didn't. We didn't close the deal. We had a 10% discount, and that was expiring. And then once that expired,
okay. Yeah, I think people misunderstood. That's why I wanted to bring that up, because I told them, I said, I don't think the deal is closing. I think you're just going to lose the opportunity to get that 10%.
Exactly. That's what was, and a lot of people took advantage, but some others didn't take. So I was giving them additional 10%, last time. They're getting a lot of it, but the deal itself is really good. So let's see. Anybody here? If you have any questions or anything you feel hasn't been covered, please let us know. I know it's a weekend and a lot of you guys are enjoying your life. So it's good to get the answers you guys need so we can go ahead. We're going to keep this short. It'll be 30 minutes long maximum. The deal is good. Yes, exactly. Especially one of the best part of this software. You may have other systems for CRM here, there, but when it comes to the dialer, I think there's no dispute that the best feature of this product is it's the dialer. A lot of people have been asking, does this integrate with Go High Level? Actually, somebody came from Go High Level today and was asking that question. And I said yes, because they want to keep everything there because they've built so much in there, but they want to use the dialer within Go High Level. So do you have any idea of how that works? Maybe we can actually answer that question.
They will use the dialer inside of High Level?
Yes, that's what they said. Yeah.
Yeah. So High Level has this option where you can wireframe something into your High Level account, and I've done it, but the problem is that the High Level permissions for the iframe are blocking the mic access. I think they might have fixed that last week.
Right.
We were working with their dev team to try to get them to do it, but High Level is like so difficult to get. They're busy, like they're doing a lot, and they also just got a whole bunch of funding, so they're probably a little more restricted on what they can just do,
Right.
But I think it's working on the wireframe now, but I haven't had a chance to test it. So you can use it. It integrates High Level integrates with our platform. So you put in your username and your password, or sorry, your location ID and your what do they call it? The key, and it'll pull your data over.
Oh, okay.
Pull your data over, pull your tags, pull your
platform.
What's that?
Well, how does that work on the platform? Where should I go if I wanted to connect?
Inside of integrations, yeah. It's inside of the integrations.
And then you go to High Level.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I just thought of this. We had that turned off for our main users, because we were focused primarily on the dialer side. So if you want that turned on, just write into support and we'll add it on for you, because we haven't made it live for all of our users yet. So if you want it, you can get it. Just you got to write in to ask for it in support.
Good. Okay, excellent. There's so many features, but I don't know how to use it, and there's no documentation as yet.
Yeah, there's documentation. There's videos inside, and
Mhm.
there's more. We just released our user interface update, and so the videos that we had, we took them down,
Right.
and so we've been rebuilding those videos. I think there's about 10 new ones that are going to be coming out next week.
Mhm.
But there's also like two sets of videos that we did, one for basic account setup, another one for your dialer setup and inbound campaign setup.
Right.
um, so yeah, there's definitely documentation, and there's some things in there to get you started. If you're stuck with some specific things, write into support and ask them for some help on those things. And we are releasing new videos, so you should be able to get, maybe you can get access to those videos before anybody else. If you're saying, hey, I need help with such and such, and they might have already done it, they'll send it over to you.
Right. 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 So yeah, more videos coming. There's enough documentation for most of the features, as I have
Yeah,
seen.
we've done these videos here, which are like very in depth, more in depth than you can get inside of the videos. I mean, I know some people probably think, they're like, well, I mean, I don't want to sit on an hour video and learn all this stuff, but you know what?
Yeah.
So I'll go back in time. There was this WordPress software that came out 10 years ago,
Right.
maybe like 8, 9, 10 years ago, and it was called Optimize Press. Do you remember it?
Yeah. Very well.
Okay. It
Have it.
was the very first time I ever purchased something like that expensive. Back then, it was so expensive for me. My business was just getting started, and I was like, I don't know if I should make this investment. It was a few $100, but I'd
Right.
never purchased anything that big before. I laugh now because, like, I make like thousands of dollars of investments, and I don't even blink. But
Mhm.
anyways, I bought that, and I was like, what do I do? Because I had taken and made such a big investment, I actually spent the time and watched their webinars and watched their stuff and like learned so much more before I even went into the video and touch or software and touched it. So I don't
Right.
know. If I were you, I really would take these last few videos that, or these last three, was it 4, 5? I don't
More
know how many
videos.
we've.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, watch the last 4 that we've gone through, and it'll help you a lot. The biggest part about Hot Prospector, it's not really complicated. It's just you have to understand the way it's laid out.
The
Once you
flow.
understand how it's laid out, then it's very intuitive. It really is just a, where is, like, where do I set my groups up? Where do I set up my fields, and how do I add my email settings? And the basic stuff is already inside of the videos when you get in. But once you learn how to navigate around and you understand the context behind why we've done what we've done,
Right.
you're not going to have problems like navigating. I've had so many people tell me that. They're like, ah, okay, I got it after I started to click around and figure things out. So even
Mhm.
me at high level, like I mean, our system's completely the opposite of theirs in some areas. I never watched any of their videos.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I mean, I just know how these types of software work, and if you understand some of the features, the basic stuff, or if you understand how CRMs work, you'll be able to click around in our system and make it work.
Right.
Don't
Right.
stress out. It'll be all right. I promise.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. So any questions you guys have, we're here to answer them. Definitely very powerful tool. So somebody asked this question. Could you explain the following, please? Lead form tools, SMS campaigns, white label domain, dial-up dashboard. What does it mean? Lead form tool.
So
Mhm.
I'm assuming the lead form tools that they're referring to is the tools inside of the tools area. We have the lead forms, which we went over that last like the last session we did, right?
Right.
No, I'm sorry, that was the one before that.
Right.
No, wait, no, it was the last one where we did the
Last
what?
one. Last one. Yes, we did the
Yeah, it
last.
was. Yeah, we went into detail on the lead form tools. Basically, it's just a option for you to be able to capture leads. And so I would definitely go and watch that last one we did. I, I I'm about to put a campaign out here on my own Facebook here in just a little bit, and I'm using that lead form tool. Actually, I'm probably going to use the survey form because I want to do like a specific type of questionnaire that I'm going to ask the people that are opting in. So Go check that out. This SMS campaigns. We didn't go into SMS campaigns. That's actually, we could probably go over that a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah. That's a good question.
today.
Yeah.
That is a good question. Um, and the white label domain, you can put your own domain on it. It's pretty straightforward. You just go in there, fill out the form, and as long as you have your name servers pointed, then you can do that. And the dialer dashboard, I guess we could go over the dialer dashboard as well, some of those features. You want to do that?
Mm. Yeah, definitely. 100%. Let's go there. So share your screen.
Sure. And let me move this thing over. I always forget. So we don't get the. And am I frozen again?
I see a screen. Yeah. Do you want me to share? You ready?
I'm just frozen off my. I
yeah,
always forget to turn off my camera every single time.
Okay.
And then now my pages are frozen.
Oh no.
My computer really does not like Restream. I gotta wait a second for it to unfreeze. Can you see my mouse moving around?
No, you're frozen in time. Okay, let's see here. Yeah.
What do you see?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, forget about my face then. It's just, it'll eventually catch up. It just takes this thing catch up for some reason. All right. So
before you start, what is that question? I don't get, but somebody's saying, why is the back end email is locked? Sam is asking that question. The back end email is locked.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
No idea what he.
Explain yourself better, brother, because that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
I know both of you and I both are ESL students, but this doesn't make sense to me now. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so a couple things. I want to talk about this dashboard a little bit more because before we talk about the other thing, because this thing literally is like a game changer if you do outbound sales.
Right.
So this right here is obviously for today. You could see there's nothing going on inside my business, but it tracks what's going on at any given time. It tracks what's going on for me. I can see how many leads I got for the day and how many opportunities I've set for the day, how much I have that's potentially closing this month so far based off the activities that I have, what's my tasks and my meetings that I have scheduled if I have some that are overdue that I missed, and then how many deals I've closed and what I've set up for my goals, and what I'm on pace for, so on and so forth. Any calls and texts that I've done, it's showing my activity, which as you can see, I've got some emails going out today based off of the calls that we've had this week, even though I haven't really been doing anything except for driving around and taking people places this morning. So it's kind of nice to be able to see what's going on. This is the real game changer inside your pipelines. Okay. If you are working your pipeline the way that I'm going to show you here, where you have your sales stages set up. So the way I have mine set up is when a lead comes in from Zapier, I have it zapping in. We automatically assign a deal status to the lead. And when it gets that deal status, it just puts it right into my pipeline stage as a new lead. And then when I move it from new lead so you can see I have two stages here. This one is unresponsive and this one's contacted. So if I call the lead and let's say we speak on the phone and they're interested and they want to set up a time to talk, then, I'll book them. But maybe if I called them and they just didn't have a lot of time, but I asked them some questions and, made sure they were interested, then I might move them to contacted. But then let's say that I got them in, booked or contacted or whatever, and all of a sudden they become unresponsive. I move them into my unresponsive queue, and then I know to work them here for a little while. Now you'll notice here inside of the pipeline stages, you have a couple of days that it's tracking. One is time in the status and the other is time in the system. So if I have a lead that's inside my unresponsive status, and you can see I've made like a bunch of calls to the lead or something like that, or I've had a bunch of texts and emails and stuff like that, and there's nothing going on,
Mhm.
then I might move them. And if you grab the lead and drag it, you see this box pops up at the bottom, one abandoned, lost, and unassigned. I might move them into abandoned because I've lost them, or maybe if I called them and they told me no, I might move them to lost. But this pipeline stage makes it really easy for you to manage your leads. You can easily open up your lead once you're on the phone with them or you're calling them. Hang on one second.
Mhm.
I had my door open and my dog decided to go bark, so I want to close
Mhm.
the door.
Right.
Anyway, if you have the lead open here, you got access inside of the CRM to do everything: make the calls, send the text, send the email, add a task, or book an appointment. Grab some information about the lead, additional information, add some additional information in about the lead, right? Edit the lead. Sorry, here. That's where you do that. And then over here, change the deal status, change the pipeline status. If I got them on the phone and booked them for an appointment, I might change the status, add
Mhm.
an attachment, any of these types of things, right?
Right.
So this makes working your leads really, really easy. But what I'm going to show you now is, like I said, this is the game changer. Okay. This makes
Mhm.
it so easy to buzz through your leads. And if you're like me and you have two computer screens, or
Right.
three. I've heard some people have like three. I should probably do that. What I do is I'll put this on one screen,
Mhm.
and then I might on my other screen have my like my calls, my here, let me show you my contact view. So I kind of work like, if I'm working in like power mode, I'll have my leads like this open on one screen, and then I'll have this open on another screen. Now, right now, I don't have any appointments for the day, but I'm going to click on the weekly appointments so you can see like this was my appointments for this week, and it was pretty busy week actually. These are all the ones that like that I didn't that I forgot to mark as as completed. So I've got this drop down here. So every appointment that I had,
Mhm.
when you're mowing through this, you
Right.
can easily click to open the lead, or if you're using our soft phone, you can even call your lead. You can dial up your lead here with this little phone icon, so you
Right.
don't even have to leave this area. But when you're done with the lead, or when you're done with the meeting, if you book it, or I'm sorry, if you mark it as complete, it removes it from your view here. So, and then you'll notice too up here, this percentage changes, right? Let me just, I literally forgot, like on Friday, I had like such a busy day. I forgot to come in here, and I usually do this in real time, but marking my leads as complete, so that way I have the ability to know what my booking percentages are, and or sorry, not my booking percentages, but my show rates and my no show rates, and those sort of things, because I track those. Is anybody tracking those kind of things now?
I think most people track that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
mean, how are you guys tracking that? I'm just curious.
Mm, you gotta market like you're doing, right?
Well, I mean, with what systems are they using?
I use I use my own booking system, so it automatically marks it completed if you don't interfere. But you have if they didn't show up, you have to manually go there. So you get it?
Yeah. Yeah. So with
Oh yeah,
this,
yeah.
what it does, sorry, I actually, okay, so now I've finally booked all my meetings. What I can remember, I can't remember this one. I don't even know who this is. But now that I've gone through all my appointments, I have this. Let me refresh the screen because it didn't update. So I have my numbers now, my
Mhm.
show rate. So I have an 86% completed rate on my appointments, meaning showed. I had a 10% no-show. I have a 4% missed, which are probably these two. I just didn't mark them yet. I really can't remember what they are, but this is a nice thing to know. And I like to show this off just a little bit because why my show rates are so high. Most people don't have 90% show rates.
Right.
The reason why my show rates are so high is because I use my booking calendar and I use my notifications inside my booking calendar. I send the email, a text message. I also have follow-up sequences and I call my appointments a few minutes before the meeting.
Right.
So if you guys want to have a high show rate, definitely, follow that recipe. But another cool thing is you see when I mark them as no show, it gives me the ability to reschedule them. So I know these need to be rescheduled, but there's also some options here inside of this widget that gives you the ability when you book them or you move them to that stage to automatically add a tag when they're showed or no showed, or if you need to reschedule them, and then you can automatically move them into another group and another deal status. So if you have a follow-up sequence that needs to go when somebody no shows, you could set that up right here. So if somebody doesn't show up for their appointment, rather than just letting them die on the vine, like Mark is, you could have a follow-up sequence set up here, literally just move them into a contact or into a group and start, at least messaging them, or like I have a VA that makes calls for me, just drop it into their group and have that VA start reaching out to them to try to get them back on your calendar.
Right.
So those are some really cool things that you should be leveraging. I just wanted to show this because I don't think I spent enough real time into how this dashboard can really change your life if you're working a calendar full of booked meetings. So I mean, literally, I cannot stress how much money this makes me. I don't miss appointments, and if you don't miss your appointments, you're going to close a whole lot more business. Plus, two, the forecasting tool is really awesome. So you could get an idea of what you've got closing for the month. I mean, anybody else here got a pipeline worth 40 G's in the first week? And this is real. This ain't fake. So you could do that, by the way, when you have some things like you're tracking and you have the ability to know what's going on. So,
Right.
all right. Any questions about that before I jump into this SMS stuff and the other areas?
One quick question. Somebody said, but I think this is external. Quick admin email cannot be changed. It's not editable. Okay. What they are saying is when you
I know what he's saying.
yeah,
and he's right. You can't change it.
okay. That's how it's designed. That's probably the infrastructure.
Yeah, it's for security, but if you want to reach out to support and ask them for help, they can do that, Sam. So any questions about this?
Any questions from the dashboard? I love the dashboard. Everything about it makes sense. The holidays are here, but in January, I'm getting on that dashboard for sure every day.
Yeah, it's so helpful. I mean,
I'm gonna put a lot of my business on here. So
just so you know, we modeled in certain areas of our software, you're going to notice things. Most people who know this software know who this is. This is Pipedrive. We modeled Pipedrive. I go after some of the businesses that I know where people the companies know what they were doing. And Pipedrive has one of the best software when it comes to pipelines. Guys, this alone right here is the best tool you can probably buy when it comes to pipeline management, period. If you just wanted a reason to buy it, if you have customers, this right here is worth it.
Yeah, this is
and if you click on the lead, those of you that know this navigation, when you go here, you may notice that this has also been modeled after another company that's pretty big, and that's HubSpot. So there's a few areas of this.
HubSpot? Is it HubSpot?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, when I say model, by the way, I just say we like some of the layouts.
Inspired by. Okay. Got
Yeah,
it.
inspired. We didn't copy them, but
Mhm.
we definitely were inspired deeply by
Good.
that. And it's nice too because when customers that use those come in, they're like, yeah, this is cool. This is
Yeah,
easy.
everybody
We
says
get a lot of compliments on our dashboards um and our CRM.
great. SMS campaigns. That was what somebody asked.
Yeah, real quick too, before we go into that, because we're still talking about pipelines, and I don't think we went into it very deeply last time.
Right, right.
Pipelines, like I'm telling you, like this is like this area right here can really automate your entire business as well. Like even if you didn't use our campaigns, if
Mhm,
you just wanted to automate your pipeline, you could do that. Okay. So this area here is our pipelines. These are drag and drop. So if you want to rearrange how they display
mhm.
in that area we were just at, this is where you do that. Okay. You can add another status just by clicking on the little plus icon wherever you want it. So if I wanted to put one right here, I just click on the plus button, name
Right.
it, assign it to a pipeline. You can create a checklist, which I'll show you what that is, or a task flow. The
Mhm.
the uh, the check. Sorry, no checklists aren't live. Sorry, but task flows you can assign, and these task flows are really powerful. Um, they're basically like our campaigns for your pipelines. So you can set up automations inside of your pipelines when something hits a stage. Um, you'll also notice there are some like settings here. So
Mhm.
this right here is our automation settings for a stage. So basically what happens in sales, if you've done sales for any length of time,
Right.
sometimes salespeople, sorry, will let their leads die on the vine, meaning
Mhm.
they'll go into the new lead stage like this and nobody will call them.
Right.
Okay. That's horrible. So what normally does happens with most software is they just sit there and nobody knows that the salesperson is a lazy bum and they're not doing their job, right? Well, with our system, you don't have to worry about that. You can actually have it set up to round robin that lead to other agents. Let's say you had like 5 other agents. If
Mhm.
that lead sits in there for more than, I don't know, let's say 2 hours, round robin and give that lead to someone else.
Mm.
So if you sell leads or if you have a team and you guys work leads, this right here is like a game changer, period.
Mm.
And then you can also update the deal status on that move as well. Okay.
Very
But
powerful.
yeah, this is it's called decay in some other tools, but
Mhm.
not everybody has this kind of a feature. We've won so many businesses because of
Right.
this feature right here, because they put their leads in in their agents' accounts and
Mhm.
they die. They leads that like some salespeople just let their leads die. And so you can make it so if somebody goes into a book status, let's say, and they don't close it after a certain, you know, couple of weeks, whatever, boom, move it to the manager. Let the manager close it. There's just so many options that you can use those automation settings for. You can also set up a template, the email template that goes out automatically, or a text message template that goes out automatically when they hit that stage. You
Mhm.
can um, you can move the contact into a lead group. That's what copy and move, which we didn't spend a lot of time on this feature, explaining it. There's two things you can do.
Right.
Copy allows you to add a lead to another group. It doesn't affect where the group or where the leads are, right? Move allows you to move the lead out of all the other groups into the specific group that you're trying to move it to.
Mm.
Okay. So it's just like two different things to understand. This here is your group. Let's see here. Double check that. Yeah. So this is like if I selected copy
Mhm.
right? And then I selected this specific group. What would happen is whenever a lead gets added into this stage, it'll move it or add it, sorry, into that other group.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. This right here is our um, okay, so these right here are called status types.
Mhm.
Okay. So when it comes created, I believe they should automatically by default be created for you, but you can come in and edit them. So, but there are some stages that we set up to help you with some um, dashboard reports that we have, so you could track like deals at close and such. So one means close deal, right? Unqualified means the lead wasn't qualified. Qualified means qualified lead, right? New means it's a new lead, and lost means that you lost the lead completely, like it was a lost deal. And then abandoned means they just disappeared, right? They just ghosted you, whatever, right?
Right.
So we call these well, these three, this one, abandoned, lost, and one, are final statuses.
Mhm.
Unqualified, qualified, and new are not final statuses, but they are important to track.
Right.
So what you can do is, like on this, for example, I should be using this new lead status. Where is it? New, right? So what
Right.
happens is when a lead gets put into this bucket, I know that this is the new lead stage.
Right.
And then unresponsive is not, it wouldn't be actually considered abandoned because it's not a final stage for me. This
Yeah.
is abandoned. This is a final stage. And then
That.
one is my one stage.
Mhm.
So that way I can track, those things. Contacted, matter of fact, let me change that because this would be considered um, a qualified stage. And I don't typically use unqualified. I mean,
Right.
just not something I personally use, but some people need it, so it's there. But again, this is going to help you when you do like dashboard reports and stuff like that, just to be able to track like what's going on with your leads. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so the task workflows, I can show you that in just a moment, but here's where you can assign a workflow if you
Mhm.
wanted to use that feature inside of a tag, a pipeline. Here, you can actually set up required fields that must be filled out if a lead is in this stage or moved into this stage, period. This is a very powerful feature as well because we have some people that like do lead generation, and then they have salespeople or they have what do you call it, appointment setters that are calling those leads, and then they're qualifying those leads, right? Well, these required fields allow you to make sure that, like, let's say the first name, the last name, maybe you want to make sure you have the mobile, the email address, and then maybe there's some certain things you want to know, like what's their profit per sale, where do they get their leads, what's their conversion, whatever, right? You can set these qualified fields,
Mhm.
these required fields that make it so whoever's doing those leads aren't able to progress forward unless they get those things um, um, filled out.
Right.
And then this final option here is adding or removing a tag. So here you can add a tag when a lead gets added into that stage. And
Mm.
again, tags will help you with lots of different things, mostly tracking. Okay. Anybody have any questions on that?
Any questions on pipelines before we go to SMS? Not yet. Okay, now question coming.
Cool.
Mhm.
I just totally misarranged my lead thing here. Hold on. All right. Um, let me just show you really quick the task workflow. So if I wanted to add a task workflow, I just click on the plus button here and it takes me to the task workflow area. And here you can create a task workflow. So this is very similar to the campaigns area.
Right.
We're going to call this test task workflow. And if you wanted to make this something specifically for like a deal status, you could, put that in here. I don't know. It's up to you. And this is not actually something, you don't have to do it this way. You can do some of this stuff inside the campaigns area, but we did this because some people, wanted to get really in depth on uh, on their pipelines, on who's getting what, and yeah. So here you just set it up just like you do your normal statuses. You select, or your normal automation campaign, you select your email, you select the phone number that the messages are going to come from. This is very handy if you have like a different deal stat, if you have a different team that's working your like final deals, like customers, new customers. When it
Right.
gets moved into that new stage, you can change the number. Like in this case, this is coming from our support team, right?
Right. Mhm.
Uh, when you want your deal, when you want this thing to fire off, 8:30 to, let's say, 3:30, and then skip holidays, and then skip the weekends, and then you can assign who's supposed to have access to that in your team, and then click submit to create the campaign. So once you've created the campaign, now you could come in here and start building your workflow. And you can see there's separate reporting here inside this task flow for you to see what's going on. But just come in here, click on task flow, and just like on the automation, I'm not going to go through this because we kind of went through this already inside of our first or second video we did here. All of these options are available here, so you can fire off a call, you can send a voicemail, send a text, you can notify somebody on your team, you can shoot an email out to them, all sorts of stuff that automate until your heart's content.
Mhm.
And then in order to add that thing back into your into your pipeline, you just go over here and select it and add it in there. It has to be active, by the way. I just noticed I didn't even turn it
Right.
on. Hold on.
Mhm.
Turn it on. Any questions about this?
Any questions? Nope.
No? Okay. I know Mohammed is dying to get to this SMS thing. Either that or he's dying to stop this meeting. So one
Yeah.
way or another.
Yes, the guy. Somebody else was asking the question, so that's a good question that came up.
Okay.
We
All right,
almost.
guys. So that's the pipelines. That's the dashboards. We're going to go into the SMS tool, which actually I think we did kind of go over this. We just
Yes.
probably didn't. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think we did, but it's okay. We'll go through it again. We have two different types of campaigns. We have a standard campaign and we have a conversational campaign or conversation campaign. So a standard campaign is, just your normal, how do I get into your text, or as they text in and opt in, or they call in to opt in, and they confirm themselves as double opt in, and then you send them text messages. It's really easy. The conversation campaign does the same thing, except you can
Mhm.
also ask them questions about their about the contact, and gather additional information. So we're going to do the conversational campaign because it's the same, except for it just has more bells and whistles. Okay. And then if you guys want to do a standard campaign, you'll know how to do them both. Okay.
Right.
So first thing you want to do is, let me see, do we even have a number available? Yes, we do. Okay, good. So first thing you're gonna do is name your campaign. So I'm actually about to do um, a um, a little thing right, for myself. So we'll have some fun here. I'll build one similar to the way I would normally do it.
Mhm.
Let's say this is going to be called uh, the dump interest list. Okay, so I had some people that might be interested in new software that I'm releasing. I'm talking, building some buzz about it. There's a few ways I can get people opt in. One way would be give them a web form, which is cool. Somebody goes to the web form, fills out the form. Another way would be, hey, why don't you text in and you can opt into my SMS list, which is really nice because you get somebody on your SMS list, they 90 something percent open. They say 97%, but I think I open 90. I think I open 100% of my text messages, unless it's spam. Like I delete those. But so I really do like to use more of these if I can. So
Right.
test. I'm going to add this to a group. Matter of fact, let me do this the right way because I don't have a group set up. First, let me create a group. I'm going to go groups.
Right.
I'm going to add a group. I'm going to call this lead dump interest list. Okay. Now I'm going to go back over there because I didn't have a group set up first. All right. So SMS marketer, it's under tools. I'm going to click conversation campaign. I'm going to name the thing. We're going to call it lead dump interest list. And then here, select my group. Select the phone number. You can do toll free. You could do a local number, whatever you personally want. And now here you have the subscribe method. So subscribe by SMS means they text in to get on your list. Subscribe by call means that they call in to get on your list. Now, I kind of like the call in for some specific reasons. Do we have anybody here that does like any multi-level marketing or anything like that? Anybody on your list that does that, Mohammed?
Uh, Doing calling or
No,
SMS?
multi-level marketing, MLM.
High level marketing? No, I don't know.
Okay.
The MLM, yeah, that's interesting. I kind of find that different. I haven't
Yeah.
seen people in that business.
Okay. Well, so I bet you there are some people in here that are in those types of groups or whatever, or may thought to join them, or this still, no matter what, this is a really cool feature. Okay. There's a thing inside of the multi-level marketing business that works really, really well. It's called a sizzle call. A
Mhm.
sizzle call is where you call in to hear information about a specific business opportunity.
Mhm.
They work really well because you can advertise your number and you can say, hey, call 800-555-1212 to find out, how you can make $1 million a year in your part-time in your underwear, right?
Mhm.
So the person calls in and they hear a short message about how that works. Like how's this opportunity work? Well, normally at the end of those sizzle calls, they say, now go to our website at www.fastcashinyourunderwear.com, right? And that means the person needs to get off the phone, go to
Mhm.
their computer or their phone, and go and visit that website. Well, would it be cool if you could actually get those people to opt in right there? Well, you can right here.
Right.
So
Nice.
with this, you can upload that message that I just told you about with the how to make $1 million in your underwear. And then at the end, you say, now enter in your phone number to get more information. Boom. It's over. Now you've gotten like all the people that are hearing that thing interested, they can opt in and they can do that right here. I'm only telling you that feature, that idea, because I put it on my YouTube channel. People, by the way, those of you that are asking, hey, how do I use the software to make money? Go to YouTube. I'm going to show you guys how to make a bunch of money. Go to YouTube, put Mark Helton, that's me, into your browser, click on that right there, right? And it'll take you to my channel and watch my videos. I'm always putting out stuff. Here you can watch me close a deal for a few $1,000 in my office here, right over the phone. You can hear me close and watch it. Anyways, but go through those things. But anyways, there was this video that I did a while back. Goodness. It's in here somewhere. I can't remember, but it was about the sizzle call. Bet you I could just search it, huh?
And you know, this
There it
software,
is.
yeah, there.
I did the video right here. This is 4 years ago. I put this out. Okay.
Mm.
And I told this guy about it. It's had 1,000 views, not a lot of views. This dude went, watched this video, and went out, literally got our software, built the little sizzle call thing that I told you about, built a 7-figure business. Okay. So for those of you who are like, how do I make money? There's so much stuff. Just pick one thing and go get rich. You know what I'm saying? This was what he did. All he did was start advertising this number to people, and then he was setting these up inside of his system for customers. That's what his whole business was about. This. But anyways, I went into that a little bit too much, I'm sure, but I just wanted you guys to see the power of this. Like this right here is like a very powerful tool. Just like that other thing I just showed you. They're really powerful, like on their own. But anyways, so subscribe by SMS or subscribe by call. If you use a subscribe by call, you have 2 options. You have caller ID, which means it's just going to detect the number that they're calling from and use that as a subscribe method. I personally do not suggest you ever use that. Matter of fact, we should be defaulting it to pressing in your number, entering in your number, because most of the people could be calling, not most, but somebody could be calling from some landline, right? Or their business that they work at, or wherever. They could be calling from their grandma's phone. I don't know. But the cool thing about pressing in your number is you can put in the number that you want to receive it. And it's okay if they make a mistake because it repeats it to them and then they have to confirm it before they actually get the text message. Okay. So once they confirm it, then it'll send them the greeting text. Okay. So subscribe by call, press in your phone number, greeting. You could do a text to speech or you could do an MP3. I highly suggest doing the MP3. I did a sizzle call. I mean, I record my own, but I've also, the guy who I was telling you about, he went to Fiverr and had some professional voiceover artists record his sizzle reel or sizzle call. And that worked out really well for him. All right, so let me I'm going to change this to subscribe by SMS now that you guys understand how all that works. Subscribe by SMS, way it works is they are going to type some kind of a message to subscribe, right? So we're gonna assume that their keyword is gonna be like start. Okay. But you notice up here, I clicked add conversation and a couple fields popped up here. You can add as many questions as you want. Don't suggest you do that because then it gets a little bit weird. But definitely asking something like their name. Now, I personally like to try to make it feel real personal when I use the conversation because it's getting you a better conversion, right? So I might say something like, instead of what's your name, I might say something like, my name is Mark. What's your name? Right? And then here you see this thing where it says, like it has a field. Well,
Right.
when they reply, it's going to put their name into that field.
Good.
Whatever they respond with is going to add into that field. And then here you have this other option, which gives you the ability to use the token that you received from that field above in your question. Okay. So question number 2. All right, I got their first name. Now I want to send you something. I want to email you something, right? Thanks, Mark. See, it's taking that first name, it's going to personalize it now and put it there. Thanks, Mark. I'd also like to email you a gift. What's your best email? Or what's the best email to send that to? Right? So now they respond to this. Where's it going? Email. So I've sent them. I sent them 2 questions. When they text into this number here, right? It's gonna start this conversation, and then to confirm, I'm gonna say thanks. I'll send that over in a minute. Just reply confirm, and I'll add you to my list. Standard text and data apply. Right. You have to say that by legal purposes. Again, I don't know if I'm not a lawyer. I'm not trying to give you guys legal advice, but you should definitely make sure you put these things in your messages, right? But thanks. I'll go ahead and send that over. I try to make it personalized. I'll go ahead and send that over in a minute. Just reply confirm, and I'll add you to my list. You know, BTW, by the way, standard text and data rates apply. Then here is that message that's the confirm keyword that I just use here. This is the confirm. So I just put that keyword in here. So now this is just telling our system what keywords you put in that confirm message. So confirm. So now once they reply confirm, what happens next? Well, they're going to get a welcome message. Awesome. Welcome to my list. Make sure you check your email because your gift is waiting.
Right.
You can unsubscribe or you can leave this list anytime by replying
Stop.
Stop.
Mhm.
Okay. So then you put here under keyword stop, and then you write your unsubscribe message. Man, I'm sorry to see you leave. You have been unsubscribed. You can come back anytime. We'd love to have you. Reply. Whoops. Go. And I'll add you. Excuse me. Okay. So once you do that, what's the resubscribe keyword? Go. Whoops. Sorry. Go. So as you can see, it's pretty intuitive. It's not difficult, right? Once you understand what you're putting in here, it's just filling out a form. You got to come up with these ideas. A resubscribe message. So this is really cool if you have like companies that use this to give away like free stuff. And maybe on the welcome message they gave away a coupon. Well, you don't want people to keep on coming back and getting the coupon, right? So resubscribe, you can have a different message altogether. So hey, first name, right? Or whatever you want to say here. Hey, welcome back. Glad you decided to give us another chance. We can leave anytime if I become a pain to leave. Reply stop. That's it. Now, these other options down here, automatically subscribe, auto contact add, incoming SMS notification. So let's start with this one. This one right here gives you the ability to automatically subscribe somebody who did not complete the campaign with the confirm message. I would not do this, okay? Because I'm not a lawyer. I'm not trying to give you legal advice, but like, you shouldn't be texting people who didn't confirm. There's a reason why they didn't, but we give you this option mostly so that way you still have the ability to call them. You could, if somebody sends you a text message, like from my understanding of the law, is that you can send them a text if they texted you first. But I'm just telling you, you know, be cautious. That's all. Auto contact add. This allows you to automatically add them as a contact to the group. I suggest you always do that. So it's set to default yes. That's why this is, by the way, set to no. I suggest you don't do that. That's why it's defaulted to no. Incoming SMS notification. This is cool if you're doing that physical thing, right? And you want to know when somebody opts in. You could send yourself a text message and let yourself know. Newbies such as myself would not have a clue about all Mark is showing about the SMS conversation. I would love to know specifically when you say that, what you mean, because I gave you a business opportunity just now. I give you like a complete use case. So I would love to, I want you, and I say that, and I'm actually saying that because I want to help you. So if you have, when you say that, what do you mean? Give me some clarification. When you consider, I don't consider anybody here a newbie. Everybody knows something. Everybody here knows something I don't know. You know something that Muhammad and anybody else in here don't know. So don't say that about yourself. You're not a newbie. You're just not tech savvy maybe on this, but don't beat yourself up so much. Like you know something. You can take this thing that I just showed you today, this one feature right here today, and go make a bunch of money. Just be positive.
Positive,
yeah. Yeah, stay positive. All right. So I just created this campaign. Okay. So you notice, by the way, I'm just going to show you one thing that I did do in here that is pretty cool, right? I'm gathering their name and their email, right? So what you want to do, I said I was going to send them a gift. Oh, I said a gist. I'm going to send them a gift. So how do I send them that gift? Well, I just grabbed their email address. So what I want to make sure of is that I have created a campaign here that has that email going out once they get added in. Right? So just make sure that you are doing that. If you grab an email and say you're going to send them a gift.
So you can run away. You can run a giveaway campaigns using SMS. Ah, nice. That's a good idea.
Actually, I'm about to do one. That's why I brought it up, right? Because I love getting people to text in. The reason why is because when they text in, then you can text them, you can call them, right? And if you grab their email, you can email them. So now you have all of the options available to you, you know?
Nice.
And then once they get added in here, now you have them as a subscriber, which you can't see it here, but we get all the information. It shows when you have some leads, you'll see them here, like their email, their company, their subscriber number they called in. I'm sorry, that they texted in from. If they called in, you'd have the recording file, the date, and then the status of whether they're subscribed or not, right? Let's see if I think I did a test here. Yeah, see, you would see it like how they got on your list.
And how do you? Okay, you can publish this maybe on on Facebook or
yeah.
anywhere.
You could post it. you can post it. I'm going to show my Facebook. I want you guys to see how I do things. Okay. Like, I mean, look, you don't beat yourself up. You can make so much money just by Facebook. All right. Check this out. I post these things on Facebook like all the time. And people always tell me
No, it's
when I try to,
one comment. That's it.
yeah, like people always say, well, Mark, you have all kinds of friends. Well, dude, so you could go get friends. Facebook has a 5,000 limit for everyone. I think I'm at 3,000 something, right?
Right.
Everybody can, yeah, look, 3.8 thousand friends. I don't even have 5,000 friends anymore because I dumped a bunch. I need to add more. Okay.
Mhm.
Last week alone, I put close to 10 grand in my bank account from my Facebook. From my Facebook. Okay. How did I
Local
do it?
restaurants. Right.
Huh?
Somebody saying good for local restaurants. When
Yeah,
customers subscribe, they
absolutely.
get a free drink, special
Yeah,
every week.
exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. So what I do is I put some really like cool offer on my Facebook, right?
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
let's see, the last one I did, goodness, I can't remember where it's at. Anyways, I just did an offer a couple days ago
Right.
and I literally got blown up. I think Facebook's hiding it. I want you guys to see this because
The
this
one
is
you
like,
posted few minutes ago.
no, that's the one from yesterday.
Ah, okay.
Hold on. I really want you guys to see this because this thing is like converting like crazy. This is for the person who said that they're a newbie. You know something that people want to know. I promise you. Uh, I think this is the post right here. No, of course not. Darn it. All right. Well, I don't
Mhm.
know why Facebook does that sometimes. They hide stuff. Is it just me?
Sometimes, yeah, that happens.
Like the post is just missing, but I know
Okay,
it's still there.
if you go to your
There it
latest,
is.
yeah, okay, you got it.
I'm finding it from my notifications. What were you going to tell me to do?
No, same thing. I was gonna tell you the notifications will.
Yeah, so here's the post, right? Like this, look at this, 272 comments. I am
Wow.
not like some major influencer, okay? I'm not. Like I post stuff and I try to make friends with my friends. But look, this is the post that I wrote. It's literally like what do they call this kind of copy? It's blind copy. Blind
Mhm.
copy meaning there's really not much in it. This ain't a joke. Imagine a world where a few $100 investment gives you the ability to smack around companies with a $3 billion market cap. Trust me,
Right.
they pay people to pay attention to you. Hit me up if you want to demo our latest creation that'll put you in the driver's seat to a seven-figure agency practically overnight. This
Right.
thing right here put close to 10 grand in my bank account in a week. How did I
Wow.
do it? All I did was post it and then respond to the people who responded. Anybody here can do this for free.
Mm.
And then you could do like you just said, use the phone number to get
Mhm.
them to opt in. So you send them a message. That's the other part of this. Um, I usually I love Google Keep here, but I usually take like an email post, like this is my copy paste, and this just gives them information. In this case, I had a book and right onto my calendar in Hot Prospector, right?
Oh,
But what
nice.
you could do is have one of these, responses. This is the copy paste response I send to everybody who messaged me on that post. And see, I replied to them and said, "Hey, I'm sending that to you." And all I do is I mouse over their name, click message, and then I pasted that in here. I
Oh,
had like 40. I had like 40 meetings on my calendar last week.
wow, that's amazing. So
Yeah,
I had a question for you. Instead of these long numbers, is there's a way to create short numbers, right? Like,
you
si-
don't. No, short codes are dead. Like they're
oh,
dead. And besides, the short codes are like $3,000 to get one.
oh, expensive.
Yeah, yeah. But those are pretty much going away. Like and nobody here is gonna pay. I don't know anybody wants to pay $3,000 for a short code. I don't.
Too much. Yeah. Okay. Three
But yeah,
thousand.
so like I said, use that post like I just told you. Get
Mhm.
some really good bribe to put on your post on your wall, and
Right.
then when they reply, send them this SMS number. Say, hey, I'm going to send you such and such. Just call in this number to hear more information, or text into this phone number to get to get it. Then they text in, they get on your list. You can even use your calendar. You could use the whole Hot Prospector system inside of this. Like you really could opt them into your email list, get them onto your SMS list, send them over the gift with the email conversation, drop them a link to your calendar to get them to book a meeting. Like this could become your whole funnel right here. That one text number. And that took us like 5 minutes to do. It just had me going on and talking about a bunch of stuff in the meantime. But so once they get subscribed, last thing I want to show you guys here, you can manage your schedule. So you can actually create a list of text messages that, oh, never mind. I have no subscribers, so it's not going to work. But here you could go in and create a list of messages that you want to send out to them.
Hello, welcome.
Cool. That's the text thing. I mean, I think we could probably take some questions and wrap it up here. I mean, literally, for anybody who's got the system, like I just told you guys how to go make 10 grand this month.
That's good.
If you want to.
Very good ideas. Okay, excellent. Any more questions, guys?
By the way, if you want something to sell, you could be an affiliate for Hot Prospector, 40% commission.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. Yeah, we can do a lot of things together, of course. Any more questions? I see there's questions. Okay, I think that's it. Most of the questions are done. Okay, you're gonna watch this
I'm really
tonight.
shocked that I didn't get like a bunch of questions. Like I thought I just delivered like earth-shattering information. Man, I must really be losing it. I'm losing my touch.
No, those are good questions. I mean, those are like what you went through was really helpful, especially with the conversational SMS. I see that used by a lot of big companies all the time.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Copy.
But normally with the short code thing, to enter this competition, do this, and then you text back and forth. Yeah. Somebody saying, question for the agency: how many business can I manage with this app?
Well, I don't know where we are on I haven't been keeping track of the codes. Like, how many do we have left on the bubble?
I have to check. I have no idea. I don't know if we crossed the 50, but we did, of course. I think we did at this point. I'm not sure, but
on the agency, because it's 50. We doubled it for agency, and we doubled it for it's 50 for the agency and 50 for the
10 user
whatever.
and the 20 user, 50-50. Okay, maybe not. But
yeah, we might not have. I don't know if we did on the 497 yet.
Okay, yeah, the 497s were not there, but I'm sure the other one, there's a lot of people who bought that.
Yeah, I don't know. Just take a look. But guys, like this is the biggest deal of the century. Like I'll never do this deal again.
Somebody's asked that question. You did, yeah. Okay, so with that post on Facebook, did you make the money selling subs to Hot Prospector? What was that? What you're selling?
Yeah, I'm selling Hot Prospector. That's all I sell, guys. You think I'm selling it? Why would who else am I going to sell? So there, I just gave you guys the goods to go sell your Hot Prospector. Like, I just literally gave you guys like the thing that I do. If I could do it, you could do it. I'm not that good.
Right. Let's try that. Okay. Anybody else? Any other question? Oh, this question we didn't answer it yet, so I can bring it back. How many businesses can I manage with this app if you buy the agency?
Well, you have 10 for 297.
Yeah.
If you're in one of the 50, then you get 20.
Yeah.
That's how many licenses you can or people you can add in. If you get the agency, I don't remember what the names are. Sorry. But if you get the 497, 297 gets you 10, 497 gets you 20, but we're doubling them if you're one of the first 50, which anybody who's smart is actually doing what this next person just said. They're buying two.
Yeah. Most people are actually, I have somebody who bought the 497 and then they came back and bought it one more time.
Yeah.
because they knew the tool before. They actually,
I'd be buying 5 of them. Shoot, until
yeah.
I'd buy them all out. Look, I'm telling you, we've never done this. We never had to do this. Hot Prospector has been around for a long time. Like if you go look at my YouTube channel, you'll see like we have a lot of people
8
using
years
our
ago.
stuff.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, go in
From
and
8 years.
go get it. It's not going down. It's not, do we have some issues? Every software company does. But this thing's solid as a rock.
Mhm. Very solid tool, yes. Uh, so another question you did mark. Okay, yes. Does Hot Prospect replace Twilio? Not really.
No,
You
no.
need the SMS gateway.
Not really. No. There's no like not really. It's a no.
It's
The
a no.
Twilio is actually you need to have Twilio to make Hot Prospector work. It's like Twilio's gasoline, Hot Prospector's your race car.
Oh, somebody said they're gonna buy it. Okay, I did not know that. I'm buying now. 490.
You didn't
It's
know
490.
what? You could double up your stack. Is that what you're talking about? Stacking codes?
If
I
I
think that's
buy
what that was.
two, 497, 297, 400 seats. Mm,
Yeah, basically. 100 seats. That's a lot of seats.
I'll buy two. 497 and one 297,
Yeah,
400
he's
seats.
saying he's
No,
gonna buy two,
you get,
right?
how do you get 100? Two 497. Yeah.
40, 40, that's 80, plus the 297, that's 100. If
Yeah.
he's one of the 50. Yeah.
I think you have to contact Mark to stack it for you if you want to do this
Yeah,
package.
we'll stack the codes. Like you just need to reach out to support after you buy the codes, and then we'll add your codes in and add the credits in.
100 seats is gonna be crazy. I don't know what you're gonna do with that. There's a lot of businesses out there, but you can make a lot of money from it for sure. It's yeah. So this is powerful. Okay. Somebody said I plan to use it as a call center platform. So the tier 3 is a bit less. Is it possible to stack more than 3? You can stack as long as you talk to
I mean, that's a lot. Like, how many people you have in your call center? Man, you're like going to be one of our biggest call centers. Seriously, how many people you got? I'm curious.
100
That's
call
that's 100. That's
representatives.
120 people,
Yeah.
right? 40 times 3. That's insane. What are
That's
you
what it does.
selling?
As a call center.
I'm just interested. I'm not. I mean, we have hundreds of people dialing, but I'm just curious. Like, what do you sell? I'd like to
Mhm.
meet you. Maybe we can help you.
Good. Okay, excellent. So that's a lot of good questions coming through. But yeah, this is the most powerful tool. Listen, guys, there's nothing like Hot Prospector when it comes to the dialer. Okay, all the tools that came in the past before it, we've seen all kind of LTEs in this space, that offered calling systems. There was a good one called Phone Wagon, but it failed.
Oh, they
It
got
didn't.
bought out, right?
But bought out and they shut it down, and nobody got their thing. So the good thing they refunded everyone, but
Oh, did they?
they did it. They
But
did.
they got bought out by CallRail, right?
Yeah, Colrane bought out.
I heard the guy that did the software, uh, who he hired to do it,
Yes,
actually was a developer for CallRail
yes. He
and got
copied.
like got fired. Yeah, and he copied their code, but they couldn't win in court because he didn't have enough of a they didn't have enough of a percentage of the code that was copied. So there's
Right.
like some kind of a number. So it basically forced CallRail into being able to pay him millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, he did. He did get.
It's a great way
I
to
know.
make money.
He made good money. I was like, I'm out of this. They're gonna refund you all. I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it can be used as a call center platform. That's what it does. That's the whole point. And it's not only just, it's a very powerful one because it does all the power dialing, all that stuff. You didn't know that? Atlee is asking this question now. How have you been attending all these sessions, not missing one of them, and not know this?
Shame on you, Atlee.
Oh my goodness. Um, Somebody asked this question, said, I had someone asking about the Ring Central feature for call forward routing based on different ways of the days of the week. Is that feature on the roadmap now?
It's not on the roadmap now, but it's it's definitely interesting.
Ah, okay. At least laughing at himself now. Bro, that's the whole point why we got
Actually,
this.
wait. I take that back. Hold on a second. I just thought of that after that was said.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
The
Keep,
schedule, different days. Like you.
yeah, keep. I'm silly.
Okay.
I'm silly. Let me show you something.
Mhm.
Remember, does anybody here? Am I dating myself? Remember Jim Carrey when he was Fire Marshal Bill? No.
No,
Oh, okay, I'm old. Come on, you guys don't remember In Living Color? You're not from the U.S., so you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
All
We're
right,
from Canada.
come on, Canadians, get it together.
We joke about
In
this.
Living Color, there was this guy. He had this character called Fire Marshal Bill. Let
It's
me
a
tell
it's
you
a
something.
living color.
Yes, I used to
Uh,
watch that. I wanted to date one of the Fly Girls for sure. All
yeah.
right, here we go. So you guys see my screen, right? Because again, I'm froze on the left. Um, all right.
Okay, let's share your screen.
Yeah,
We
I'm
get.
sharing my screen. Can you see it?
Mhm.
Okay. So over here inside the inbound campaigns here, there's
Right.
this after hours setting.
Mhm.
You can actually do what I said you couldn't do here. Set up
Ah,
your
could you go back where you
and
forgot it? 1 second, 1 second, one more
yeah,
time.
yeah.
This is
So
powerful.
yeah, I totally spaced it. I don't know
What
why I
is the
didn't do.
campaign
Yep, click on
setting?
the after hours setting here, and then
Oh,
by day of the week you can send them wherever you want.
that feature is live, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's not on the roadmap because we already did it.
Okay,
Ring.
okay, okay, okay.
I just forgot. You know what's funny? I do that often. Like I forget like
Mhm.
that we have something because it's there's a lot. We can do it. I always
So
tell
that
people
feature
so
is there, guys.
it's there.
So the Ring Central feature for call forwarding routing based on different days of the week, even time now. You can see different time, different hours. You can forward to different people.
Yeah, you can do anything you want.
That's amazing. That's powerful. Okay.
So
Say,
that person who asked that question said, "Hey, I heard someone asking about Ring Central feature. Are you already a user? Did you already join? Because
uh,
if
let me see. This person is joining us from YouTube. I see them.
ooh,
Yeah. AC Kia, something like that. That's the name. Great, great, great. I love you. Somebody said that. Who's that? Jerome? Who's that? Let me check. The names that it only says Facebook user, unless I go to the to where they're saying that.
any coupon if I buy 3 accounts for 3 tier? No, it's already on a coupon.
Any coupon if I buy 3 accounts for tier 3 right now? Yeah,
No,
we already have 3 coupons, right? I mean,
I mean
okay.
we're giving you like this is a steal. But I really do appreciate your business though. That I will say.
But
Thank
we're
you.
we're doubling our count, so that's powerful, right?
That's the coupon code. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
huge.
So
I
for
hope
each
you buy out
license,
the last 3. That would be great. So what is it? So for each license, you can add a member of the same business or a different business. In other words, if I get 20 there, 20 members for the same business, or I can sell 20 different companies a single license. Yeah. I mean, it's basically like you get like a business on your account, you have what's called members,
mhm,
and you can add any member to that account. And then you can assign permissions to what they have access to. So if you don't want them to have everything, they don't have to get everything. It's
right.
up to you.
Oh, that's Mandy asking the question. Good. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Mandy's the one who asked about the roadmap, so I'm assuming Mandy's
Yes,
joining. She's gonna
Mandy's.
join now.
Yeah, yeah.
Hope to see
So
you.
I'm sure he already got the tool. He knew what he was doing. So J Lo got her start there also as a fly. Who's that person saying? Oh, that's something about the.
J Lo did get her start as a fly girl. That's right. See, blast from the past right there.
Yeah, Athlete knows all that stuff.
If you go look at YouTube, if you have not heard of the Fly Girls, and you could see old school J-Lo, man, she's a great dancer.
Yeah, and he didn't know that Hot Prospector can do call center calling system, like can be used as a call
But he
center
knew
call.
about the Fly Girls. That's all that matters.
Okay, any more questions, guys? Okay, it's been more than 1 hour now, 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's 80 minutes.
Let me know how close we are to selling out all those codes when you can.
Yeah, I'll update you. I'll update you. I'm going out right now, but I'll update you later, maybe tonight when I come back.
Cool.
So in the next 8 minutes, we're ending this show, right? So another question coming here. Is a seat an account? Yes.
I mean, seat, we call them seats, we call them license, like we call all kinds of weird stuff, but basically it just means a user. That's the way I would probably just keep it simple. It's a user underneath your account.
Right. You can add team members, businesses, seat. Another question that people don't understand, didn't know this, right? Did you when you have customers and you're booking all these appointments, do they have to come and log into Hot Prospector? They don't, right?
They don't have to, no. But if you want them to have access to like notifications and things like that, I mean, you really should make them an account. They don't have to log in, but you
Right.
should make them an account. So, for example, I did some stuff for this one company, and they have like, I don't know, they had like a couple hundred customers in our platform
Mhm.
in one of these accounts. So what they did was they added them accounts, but they didn't give them access. They just created. We sent them out those mobile links that you've seen that shows on your phone when you get a lead. You click
Right.
on it. They just gave them access to that because they didn't want to. We actually developed it before them. They did that because they didn't want to have to do like training on how to use the system. So they did that because it's really really easy.
Can we install a widget on a website? Yes, of course. Yeah.
I think you're asking about like some of the like we could do form widgets, we can do uh calendar widgets, we can do a SMS widget, we can have a click to call widget, and coming soon, I got to show you guys this.
Yeah, and you can put this on unlimited websites as well.
Yeah. You see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Check this out. This is something that's really close, like really close.
Okay.
Um
Yeah, that's gonna be there.
yeah, this is our click to call,
Hot
click
Prospector.
to SMS combined. So you can see the widget. We're just right now. Whoops, this is not us. That's intercom. This is our click to call, click to SMS widget. So it's still in beta. Oh no, it's in alpha or development. It's basically something I'm working on. But the way it works is someone can go here, they can fill out this form, and then they can text. It does work, by the way, because I had somebody filling out this thing from one of these webinars that we had, one of
Right.
these sessions. But somebody can fill this out, opt in, onto your list for SMS and also call, and then you can have a conversation with them. But we're gonna get this thing dialed in a little bit more, so it'll make it really nice and pretty. And that's going to be replacing the click to call, click to SMS. It's going to just be one widget, and you can just use one or the other.
Yeah,
So,
that's why you see when you go to the widgets area. That's why you can create them, embed on any
yeah.
website. I had unlimited websites. That's powerful also. Okay. I like the form. Okay. Yep. I like the form. That's true. It's really good. You can create forms and create a lot of good.
Yeah,
I
another
mean,
one of our really popular features is the survey forms, which we went over last time. Those
mhm.
things, um, there's another company that charges like a couple $100 just for that one feature.
Yeah, it's a lot of tools in one. So I think once you have this on your hand, you're
Yeah.
not gonna need a lot of the other things out there. Okay, and because it brings all that data back to your CRM, so it's very powerful, right?
Yep.
Okay, any more questions? 4 more minutes left, 4 minutes to go before we wrap this up. No more questions? Okay, we're gonna do one more call. I don't know, during the week or weekend to answer more questions. So we've done 5. This is the 5th one right now. One
Well,
more
the next one we can go into the payroll settings.
payroll. Okay,
Oh yeah, I never told you we do payroll too. We
payroll.
track your
I didn't know
pay,
that.
we track your commission, we track yeah, it's got a time tracker and
Oh,
pay.
okay, I'm really interested in that payroll.
Yeah.
And you have reputation coming soon, right? Reputation management.
Yeah, reputation is still in process. I was hoping we can get that done sooner, but we've been yeah,
Okay.
still
Okay.
working
So
on
the
it.
call center thing. I mean the payroll thing. Maybe we can take a look at that next.
Yeah,
That look.
it's our time tracker. So it tracks your time, it tracks your commissions,
Mhm,
and it allows you to automatically calculate payroll. It does not, we don't have it set up to pay the payroll yet, but we had started that integration with PayPal.
mhm,
We just haven't finished it because I didn't want to make it go live and cause accidental issues that could be like sucking a bunch of money in people's accounts before I test it fully. So when you
mhm.
start taking money out of people's accounts, you get a little more, you know, nervous or, make sure things are tested. Sorry.
You have analytics. Isn't that what most of the stuff on the dashboard was?
I'm not sure what that meant. Yeah.
Which analytics? If you look at the dashboard, it has a lot of information, right? A lot of analysis there. But can you be specific with that question? ACAM, ACKIIM. Okay, that's the
Akayam.
ACIM. Payroll. Oh, okay. That's different. Oh, Jerome is here from YouTube. Man, you're going around everywhere. How did you come here? The guy was on Facebook and now he's here. Okay. Payroll. Cool. Okay, good. Oh, tracking customer journey. That's what he's asking. From when they join you, when they like,
I
that's
mean,
a
I'm not
pipeline.
exactly sure. That's what I was thinking too. I just like went to straight to pipeline in my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure like how I would do that outside of that, but I have to think through that a little more. Would love your feedback if you have some. By the
If
way, guys,
yeah.
I have a Facebook group. If you guys join my Facebook group,
Oh yeah.
I would love to hear from you. If you go to, let me share my screen again here. Hold on.
Mhm.
Uh, okay. So if you go to Facebook here, facebook.com, and you type in actual link, I think there's actually a Facebook link. I thought it
Nice.
had it. I thought I had one. It's digital marketing agency sidekicks
Right.
is the group. I don't know
Okay.
why. I thought I had a name, but I guess I don't. I must have
So
lost it.
you're gonna change the name
But
back
if you
to
go, I don't know. I'm gonna change it to something else. Yeah, it's time. But you know what? Come on over here, join here, and you can ask questions and stuff like that. The only thing I ask is that you do not disclose your special deal in here. Don't be talking about that stuff.
maybe you
Keep
should
that
create a
between
different
us.
group for this for the LTD community. Maybe.
No, they're fine. They're fine. They come in here with
Yeah.
us. I mean, I
Okay.
don't want to separate my tribe, but just come on in here and if you guys have questions and stuff like that, there's some content in there you can do. But drop it in there, ask a question. Yeah, love
Right.
to have you.
Okay. Send me the Facebook link in your Facebook link group link
If
in the
you
message.
if you
I'll share
become a friend, if you become a friend of mine, which that's fine too, it's just facebook.com/Mark E. Helton.
it.
And
Mhm.
the link to my Facebook group is right here
Oh
inside
yeah.
my intro. So
Ah,
that's the
that's
easy
smart.
way.
That's good.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's good. That's very good. Okay, somebody got the top three tiers. This is gold.
Oh,
Excellent. Excellent.
welcome.
Welcome. Okay, here we go. Can you paste the link in the comment section? Yes, now you know what to do. Mark for facebook.com/Mark E. Helton, and then you will see his on his bio, you will see the Facebook group link.
Yeah, Mark E. Helton. Just Facebook check
How
that.
do you get double 497? If you bought this, you should
Should
automatically
automatically.
automatic because now they are upgrading it. So if you have, hopefully by now, of course, now the 497s were still under 50, so that's a good thing because it's a good investment for sure. But if you get double the limit, that's good, right? 40, you get 40 seats. That's amazing. Okay, I hope that we're good. Okay, excellent, excellent. Any more questions, guys? So we're gonna talk about payroll and all the other features and take some more questions. Next session. It's now 4:32, so I think we're gonna call it a day. Have a good weekend, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Quite a few have been here, and so somebody was saying, is there tracking? I was talking about tracking. It was like omni-channel platform. Oh, so they're coming from different sources. Is it
Well,
like,
we have lead source tracking.
yeah,
When they get into the system, how they get added into the system, we do track that. So I don't know how amazing our reporting is for that right now, but we're always trying to improve those things. But yeah,
excellent?
we do have those things available.
Exactly. Yeah, but you can add the leads from email, from forms, from so many places, from the SMS forms. What else?
I
Calls.
I want to say this before we leave because I had a really good testimonial come in from this guy yesterday.
Right.
He's with High Level, and he has been using their dialer. They're not even making that many phone calls, but
Mhm.
they've been using the dialer inside of High Level. They're making like 50, 100 calls a day, and per user. But anyways, long story short, their account got so bad that all their calls were going to spam, and his salespeople weren't doing well, and he didn't know. Like he didn't understand why all of their calls were going to spam, or no, sorry, why their salespeople were not doing well. He thought it was the leads. His salespeople were quitting, so he lost like his whole entire sales staff because of this. Long story short, he ended up getting introduced to me from another high level like expert, and we got on a Facebook, and I talked to him, and I said, "Hey, I said I know what your problem is, and I can fix it." So he's like, he did eventually find out that it was his calls were going to spam, but we jumped on a session. I signed him up for Hot Prospector. I put him on local presence, registered all of his numbers inside of Twilio using our platform through StirShaken, and then after we did that registration, we took him to a additional resource that we use, which is I think it's called like free call registry or free caller registry or something like that. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but we
Right.
took him into that directory, registered him, and now last night we had a conversation. He's like, he's never had answer rates at the point that he's has them right now. Like his salespeople are on the phone constantly, call after call after call. They're talking to people. Before they'd be ringing and listening to voicemails, and they didn't understand why nobody's picking up. But now they're just talking to people all day long. So,
Right.
anyways, if
Good.
you got this because of the dialer, I just want to throw that out there, guys.
Right. So we're gonna have to talk about that one more time. I mean, so that they know the process of registering themselves.
Yeah.
Uh, maybe one of these days. So the next session, when do we set it up for?
Um, I I
We
guess we
could
could
do
do
it.
it tomorrow, but I'm at church tomorrow in the day. I can't do this during the day.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I get that.
Excuse me. Sorry. Looking at my calendar. Hold on. Because I've got these posts coming out on Facebook that are filling up my calendar, which I told you guys how to do today.
Guys, it's time. You hear
My calendar
that?
is
Jerome knows what I'm talking
Uh,
about.
I mean, I could do a late one, like after, say, 6 o'clock tomorrow or Monday. I mean, or tomorrow at 6.
6 o'clock.
I can do 6 Eastern
6 o'clock my time.
or Pacific. Sorry, that's
Tomorrow,
9 o'clock
which is Sunday,
Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, sure. Why not? Okay, let's book that. We'll do that now. 6 p.m. tomorrow. So it's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Write that down, everybody. We're going to be back tomorrow. That's great, Mark. You must be so pleased. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Yeah. You know, when your mic starts to act up, we know it's time to go, right? So we heard you speeding up.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah, it goes, it's like you're reading 1,000 words in 1 second. That's the time when we have to leave the session. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate your presence here. Please share the deal with all the people who are interested that share the good stuff so we can convince Mark to get more deals and better things from him next time. Okay.
I have
Really
one
appreciate you.
secret thing, guys. If you guys do sell this out, I have something that I've been wanting to do. I can't tell you what it is here right now until I tell Mohammed, but it's insane. Okay, like if you guys sell out, I'm gonna do it. I don't
Okay,
even want to
perfect.
say it. It's insane. It's insane. I can't even believe I'm thinking of doing it. It's gonna cost me a lot
We
of
need your
time to
help,
do it.
guys.
Sell it out.
Please share the deal. It's a lot of deals out there at Black Friday. So many thousands of softwares all on LTD. Unfortunately, the space has been messed up last few years, but hopefully we can come back from this, right? And just bring good tools with good people. And so, yeah, we're gonna meet up tomorrow evening around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what time it will be in Europe. It must be late night in Europe at that time.
Yeah, or early morning.
So it's like
Here,
another
I'll tell
5
you.
hours.
Let me Google that for you. What time is it in France
France.
at 9 p.m. Eastern? 3 a.m.
Yeah, that would be late. And the one good thing about Hot Prospector is when you're making the phone calls, you can do that in your own language. So you can do it in French too. Just joking. Uh, okay,
Yeah, we
guys.
automatically translate it. No, that's not true. We don't do that.
That's good. Okay, excellent. So see you guys tomorrow evening. And thank you, Mark, for your presentation. Always
Thank you,
lovely.
guys.
Thank you.